Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing the Artistic Wire Deluxe Jig Kit. The Deluxe Jig Kit is pretty self-explanatory. Very basically it's an aluminium pegboard with a selection of pegs for you to place in the top, and you wrap your wire around these pegs to create the shapes you want. You could quite easily use this with all sorts of wire. I've used silver wire. I haven't annealed the wire, so it was a little bit stiff, so if I do recommend if you use silver or gold wire to anneal it and make sure that you've got plenty of give in it for your finer curves. It could quite easily cope with any kind of wire really, especially the very nice bright coloured craft wires. Unfortunately I've only got silver wire, so it might be a little bit difficult to see what I've done on the pegboard, but hopefully it won't be too difficult. So I'll show you the packaging there. That gives you a picture of what it does, and it runs down what is included in the pack. So you have your aluminium jig, which is that one there. You can see all the holes in it. I mean, this is more than big enough for doing most craft projects with. If you do wire wrapped jewellery, this would be a really good way to start off to get your basic shapes. As you can see, it sits on little feet. They do have rubber caps on the bottom, so it shouldn't move around too much. And you can see I have some pegs in there now with silver wire wrapped around them. So onto the pegs, you have two of this size. They're about 17mm across. You have two of this size, and those are about 10mm across. And you have 6 of those, which are about 4mm, and you have 20 of these smaller ones, which are about 3mm across. So you've got plenty of scope, and I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could buy more of these or just make your own out of steel wire. I'm sure it wouldn't be too difficult to do. Also included in the pack are these, and it might be quite obvious to most people, but I couldn't figure out what these were for, and it didn't specifically say. But as you put your peg through the board, these pop on the back to stop it moving around. So there we go. It's got some pictures on the back of what you can do with this. Just so it tells you how to set your template and gives you a basic demonstration. There are more detailed instructions inside should you need them. I'm sure there are plenty of videos for this kind of thing online. And it also comes with 2 blank boards so you can plan out some designs, and it also comes with some instructions on the back there. These aren't very good print quality, they are quite difficult to see. I would recommend having a look online if you wanted some more detailed diagrams and things, because I find this quite difficult to read. The contrast isn't high enough to be clear enough, I don't think. So here is my pegboard. This does come with lubricant on it, so I would recommend just wiping it over before you start to use it. You can see, hopefully you can see on the back there, that's a bit of a better view. You can see that I've put the plastic tubing on the back of the pegs, and I've wrapped some silver wire around, so hopefully you can see that. I think this is really nice, especially if you do wire wrapped jewellery and you're using stones. This would be a really good idea for setting your stones. So you've got there, you can see that, and this gives you a very consistent shape. So like I say, if you are using stones, I would recommend this because it makes things a lot easier. And like I said, I'm sure you could make your own shapes to go in here. Here is my wire piece. As you can see, that's popped open a little bit. I haven't flattened this out. Let me just squeeze it together. That's how it looked on the pegboard. As you can see, it's a bit bendy. I really should have used annealed wire for this. I think once you flatten that out, I mean, you can always solder these shapes together. I really like this. I'm hoping you can actually see that properly. It's got a lot of scope for doing things with. I've got a couple of bugbears with this. The quality of it is generally absolutely fine, but the pegs are a bit wobbly. I mean, you can probably hear that. The plastic tubing is on the back, but it still wobbles. And I found this larger peg here, it started to lift up. I think maybe if you even just put a dab of glue or something on the back while you're working, or you could even put something underneath, like a piece of polystyrene board, so that your pegs are going into something a bit stiffer. But I mean, it's nice and sturdy. I would definitely recommend buying one of these if you do make wire wrapped jewellery. I think it's very good value for the money. Like I say, the instructions, the pegs I find a little bit loose, and the instructions could be a bit better. You know, this print quality needs to be better. But the pictures on the front give you some ideas, so you don't have to do really intricate wiggly work. You can do all sorts of things. So yeah, I'll give it a go and see what you can come up with. Thank you for watching.